10 a.m. April 25th, 2017. My rifle is now pretty ready to be zeroed in because I just installed the scope on it. It's a 4216 by 40 AO sniper scope, and I used two-piece scope mounts, low or short scope mounts to set it up. My scope mounting process is a pretty extensive, lengthy process. In short, I first use acetone to clean all the scope mount or scope rail on the rifle, the scope mounts, the screws, the holes, all of them, and thoroughly. I want my scope mount and scope rail and the holes and the screws and everything crisp clear of any grease that might, or grease residue that might be on them. I also use levels to level the, not just the scope, but the rifle and the scope at the same time, using a flat surface on top of the rifle and the scope also. This is the flat surface on top of the scope, and here I had a flat surface on top of the rifle. I leveled them both simultaneously to have a level shot and not a canted shot. Before mounting the scope, I optically zero the scope itself by putting it on a mirror at lowest magnification and at infinity parallax to put the two crosshairs that you actually see on the mirror together to zero in the scope itself optically before even mounting it on the rifle. Like I said, there is a long list of things to do to mount the scope. It's a lengthy process. When I do it, it takes about 3 hours, believe it or not. But it just perfectly does the job. I'll be off to the range to zero in the rifle and then pump it up again and shoot a more precise string of shots to chronograph the rifle even more precisely. I'm getting something around 17 or maybe 16 perfectly decent shots out of this rifle with a standard deviation of around 5 feet per second. The average speed is around 875, and which is pretty decent at 40 joules of energy, that is. These are the happiest days of my life ever. I cannot describe how happy I am with this rifle and set up the modified rifle at 40 joules of energy rather than 30, and actually having around 60 decent shots, well, not decent, 60 wonderfully accurate shots, that is. I have about 22 shots in the rifle, but 16 of them are just on target, which is great with this rifle. Thank you for watching.